Welcome back to The Explainer. Okay, let's jump right into this. When you hear the words counseling ministry, you probably picture, a quiet room, a comfortable couch, and a practitioner helping someone navigate a crisis. And while that healing work is absolutely essential, today we're looking at something much, much bigger. We're heading to Green Bay, Wisconsin to explore Restoring Hope Ministries. But we aren't just looking at them as a traditional place of healing. We're going to dig into the data and their operational documents to uncover how this organization actually acts as a rigorous, dynamic engine of training and education for the entire community. Now, to really grasp their approach to education, you have to understand their foundation first. Their core mission comes straight from Isaiah 61:1. Restoring hope is the driving force behind literally everything they do. Seriously, whether they're teaching a student, advising a local pastor, or helping someone land a job, it all traces back to this one singular goal: binding up the brokenhearted and proclaiming freedom. It's the philosophical bedrock for every single educational pathway they offer. Restoring Hope Ministries operates on a pretty powerful belief, and it's this: hurting people deserve a lot more than just good intentions. Think about it. If you have a friend in crisis, meaning well is a fantastic start, but it's just not enough to safely guide them through something as complex as trauma or addiction. They contrast well-meaning but untrained help with a massive, uncompromising commitment to rigorous, supervised, and accountable education. Because at the end of the day, compassion absolutely has to be paired with competence. So, how exactly do they build that competence? Today, we're breaking their training ecosystem down into 4 core pillars. 1, the School of Biblical Counseling. 2, equipping the local church. 3, training for the workforce. And 4, an ecosystem of care. Let's start with Pillar 1, the School of Biblical Counseling, where the focus is all on the student. Right at the heart of their educational model is the Restoring Hope School of Biblical Counseling, or RHSBC. And we aren't just talking about informal, fly-by-night weekend seminars here. No, this is a theologically rigorous educational institution. According to the member directory we reviewed, the school, which is led by Dr. Jeff Gross in Green Bay, is fully accredited by the American Accrediting Association of Theological Institutions, or AATI. That accreditation is huge. It immediately establishes top-tier academic credibility and incredibly strict ethical standards for anyone studying under their roof. So you might be wondering, what are they actually teaching? Well, the academic pathways are incredibly structured. If you're an individual seeking a formal education, they offer legitimate certificate and diploma programs. They enforce a mandatory 15-module biblical ethics course, and this covers heavy, real-world stuff like dual relationships and mandatory reporting. They also teach advanced interventions for super complex issues like trauma and addiction using biblically integrated techniques. Plus, they have a massive 24-credit core theological curriculum. It's an absolutely comprehensive academic track. Moving right along to Pillar 2, equipping the local church through community care pathways. They know that professional counselors can't possibly do it all, and pastors really shouldn't have to carry the heavy burden of congregational care entirely alone. So, they partner with churches using a highly specific step-by-step framework. Step 1 is consultation. They actually help a church design a custom care pathway. Step 2 takes the education straight from their school and applies it to lay leaders in the congregation. And Step 3 involves getting everyday church members certified to facilitate living free groups, which are structured process groups meant for recovery and healing. What this means is they are fundamentally shifting the entire paradigm of community care. Instead of a church simply handing out a local therapist's phone number when things get tough, they are educating and equipping deacons, lay leaders, and volunteers to build sustainable care cultures right inside their own walls. They're essentially decentralizing the healing process through targeted, smart education. All right, on to Pillar 3, training for the workforce and rebuilding careers. I love the concept of taking the word change and turning it into a chance. That perfectly captures their innovative proposal to partner with the Wisconsin Department of Corrections through the Community Corrections Employment Program, or CCEP for short. They're taking their entire educational framework and applying it to justice-involved individuals, giving them a highly structured transition back into workplace expectations. This isn't just about handing someone a job. It's about rebuilding a lasting career through intensive, supervised training. And there is a massive level of accountability built right into this proposed model. They don't just throw someone into a new role and hope for the best. It's a highly structured 4-stage pathway. Stage 1 is an unpaid host training period that focuses on coursework and ministry operations. Stage 2 is a strict progression review. Listen to this. They literally have to earn grades of B or higher in their required courses just to move on. If they pass, Stage 3 is a permanent hire under a CCEP on-the-job training contract, where the state actually reimburses 50% of the wages. And finally, Stage 4 is continued long-term employment. 120. That is the magic number grounding this entire program. They specifically request a 120-day host training phase, which, by the way, is a full extension of the state's standard 90-day model. Why? Because they want to ensure participants have enough time to complete heavy theological coursework and neurofeedback training. If they succeed there, they're then hired for a 120-day on-the-job training period. So if you do the math, that is 240 days of intense, measurable, and highly supervised professional formation. And they aren't just doing busy work either. The pilot cohort focuses on 4 very real-world employment tracks: administrative scheduling, digital communications, facilities, and IT support. These are highly transferable skills, and they take this incredibly seriously. Participants undergo a 40-hour core orientation covering everything from cybersecurity to trauma-informed service. They even operate on a strict minimum necessary access basis to protect privacy. It really is a stunning blend of compassion and rigorous workplace standards. Finally, Pillar 4, an ecosystem of care. Let's put it all together. Whether it's a counseling student hitting the books late at night for their diploma, a local pastor learning how to set up a brand new care pathway, or a justice-involved individual learning IT skills to re-enter the workforce, they are all part of one unified ecosystem. Everyone is being trained, everyone is being supervised, and above all, everyone is being treated with profound dignity. So, if you take one thing away from this explainer, it should be this: Restoring Hope Ministries is vastly more than just a counseling center. It's a holistic engine of community impact. They're healing minds through clinical and biblical counseling. They're educating tomorrow's leaders through an accredited academic institution. And they're literally restoring careers by providing highly structured, accountable workforce training. They have built a comprehensive architecture for human restoration that demands excellence and then provides the exact training needed to achieve it. So, I'll leave you with this thought to consider, based on everything we've uncovered today. Whether you find yourself needing care, wanting to hit the books to study, or actively trying to rebuild your life from scratch, which of these pathways makes the most sense for you right now? Thanks for watching this explainer, and as always, keep learning.